Welcome to another episode of Future Perfect with your host, Mr. E. White. In Alberta, Canada, there is a unique town of Wainwright. There, 3 schools serve the needs of 6,200 residents. With 2 districts serving the community, a healthy competition exists. Buffalo Trail Public Schools with a K-6 school and a 7-12 school, and East Central Catholic Division with a K-12 school. Let's zoom over to Wainwright's Middle and High School, the home of the Commandos. In today's episode, we will be looking at the question: is your school's future ready?
Here at Future Perfect Labs, we interviewed the staff and got the following information.
87% of the staff agreed that technology is readily available, while 94% felt that there was the right technology to support student learning. Of that, 40% only slightly agreed with the statement. 79% felt that the infrastructure helped them access technology effectively, and only 7% felt that they did not know how to access support. When asked how much they agreed, educational assistants felt that WHS had the right tech to support needs and averaged 3.8 out of 5, while teachers designing lessons for students averaged slightly less at 3.3 out of 5. So, the data shows that although technology is available, it might not be the right technique. In the BTPS technology plan, LTPF policy directions are aligned with BTPS goals. This shows a keen awareness of directives that are being set forth by the government. The BTPS Tech Department obviously spent time considering how to meet these objectives. In Policy Direction 1, it is stated that technology is used to support student-centered, personalized, authentic learning for all students. BTPS policymakers have penned guiding principles and beliefs that students and staff will have equitable access to technological tools and processes that impact their lives and workplaces. It looks like staff at WHS agrees. One of the focuses of the 4-year plan at WHS is from Domain 1, Student Growth and Achievement. Students will learn perseverance when faced with challenges, adversity, and failure, and creatively build and foster resilience and coping skills. 85% believe that technology achieves this. Although it looks impressive, only 43% believe this to a moderate level. One staff member commented that technology creates habits for students that are deleterious to building staying power. Although there are ties between the WHS 4-year plan, BTPS technology plan, and Alberta Education's LTPF, there is no direct connection to how technology supports student learning perseverance. However, with the mention of digital citizenship, there are inferences regarding determination. For example, learn new ways of thinking using creativity, critical thinking, problem-solving, decision-making, and learning. And Develop collaborative problem solving, working together to solve a common challenge, which involves the contribution and exchange of ideas, knowledge, or resources to achieve the goal. Although these are great connections to what a student can be developing, it leaves the application of these goals in the hands of the schools. Observations from the staff are that students are challenged due to their access to information and programs that provide easy solutions like Khan Academy and Prodigy. Also, having technology so available gives them an easy out. Students, when faced with a challenge, are quick to go to their cellular devices for entertainment. Finally, staff see that students have not really learned how to access information properly. Just because they can get the information they need with technology doesn't mean they know how to judge what it is useful for.
So, it looks like the district has guidelines that align with provincial goals in the assurance framework, as well as in the learning and technology policy framework. But the district technology plan does not address all the goals in the assurance model. What is WHS doing that meets other models, though? Looking at the IST goals for students, 1.4 is a detail for innovative designer, and more specifically, 1.4D focuses on creating challenges for students. Watch this video clip.
Students exhibit a tolerance for ambiguity, perseverance, and the capacity to work with open-ended problems.
We started with reading a book, and that introduced the real-life problem. In the story, they needed to build a bridge to save the class. So as they were designing their bridge, we wanted to incorporate money. That's a very abstract concept for young children, and the more we make it real for them, the better that they learn it.
Yeah, 1 cup is 15 cents, sorry.
So as they were deciding what they needed to buy, how much they needed to spend on their limited budget, they had to really work together, build their bridge, and then test it using the robot. The technology that's available to help people out of a dangerous situation so they didn't have to test it themselves. These abstract concepts are very difficult for them. Having the materials out on the table that they could see and knowing exactly what the cost was in this lesson, that gives them that extra support too. Give them the tools that they need in order to succeed.
Looks like WHS could take a page from this book. Integrating technology and design thinking is a fantastic way to have students using technology in classrooms. There are 2 classes that could be doing this. Robotics 7 and Makerspace 9. I see collaboration in the future. Let's take a look at SAMR model to understand how they might be pushing this classroom work to more transformative learning. That's interesting.
The Grade 9 Makerspace class uses technology to have students access their course materials via Hapara's workspace, and students create projects using hand tools. There is one project that asked students to use augmentation software to reimagine their classroom. For this class, substitution comes in the form of the workspace. The digital format is replacing paper copies of assignments. Cards are hyperlinked to videos, and students can submit their projects by taking video or photographs. Augmentation is found with the feedback that is shared on the assignment submissions and the shared videos that students submit. Modification is not built into the project, but there is an opportunity with the Maker Day task to have students create a project that incorporates technology into its design. The product is open for student interpretation. Redefinition is not present in this class as of now. The Robotics 7 class uses LEGO Robotics hardware and Mindstorm's EV3 to program the robots to complete tasks. Students are working towards creating robots that compete in a head-to-head pushing war. Substitution is found with the assignment presentations. Videos and projected presentations are used to set up all the challenges. Augmentation is not present in this class. Modifications are applied to the instruction of the mathematical concepts such as circle geometry and polynomials. Finally, the writing of the programming is redefining how students interact with the motion of robots. First steps for this work would be to start looking at ways that the Makerspace activity Maker Day includes the use of technology in its design directly. Next, students in the robotics class would become resident experts and present their findings to other classes, including the Makerspace classes. Then, students could work together to combine their understanding of design thinking and programming.
Well, now that we have that sorted, let's look at another goal for WHS's future.
The subsequent goal set out on the WH 4-year plan is situated in Domain 2, Teaching and Leading. Teachers and staff will respond with skill and competence to the unique learning needs, interests, and cultural, societal, and economic circumstances of all. The staff are working with collaborative problem solving and community conferencing restorative practices to build relationships. Currently, WHS's 4-year plan does not directly include technology in this goal, as they are pursued mostly through conversation. However, there are certainly technological pieces that help in recording and tracking student encounters, as well as an app that guides the process of student interviews that is inherent in the CPS model. Let's see how this goal stacks up for the directives, policies, and theories. In the ISTE Standards for Education Leaders, 3.3D reads that leaders should support educators in using technology to advance learning that meets the diverse learning, cultural, and social-emotional needs of individual students. It's arguable if the technology incorporated actually advances learning. In fact, the focus of the goal is to create relationships. Technology is secondary to this, which definitely ties to the meeting the social-emotional needs of the students, however. Looks like we're 0 for 1. In the LTPF Policy Direction 3, Professional Learning, it was written that teachers, administrators, and other education professionals develop, maintain, and apply the knowledge, skills, and attributes that enable them to use technology effectively, efficiently, and innovatively in support of learning and teaching. Furthermore, Outcome B is detailed to use technology and research to design personalized, authentic, and student-centered learning opportunities to meet the diverse needs and interests of all students. There are similarities here in that the policy is designed to narrow in on student needs, but it is focused on designing learning opportunities. But it looks as if this policy would be met by introducing an element of data collection to the student-centered meetings, and then using the information to drive how students can be supported in solving their problems. Another swing and a miss, as WHS is not currently doing this. Finally, looking at the SAMR model, it is pretty evident that the use of software to guide the CPS meeting is simply substitution. The accessibility of the digitized data to the staff is augmentation. And it looks like it's the third strike. WHS is out of here!
So, is WHS future ready? It doesn't look like the plan has technology in the forefront, but I would say that there's potential there, as some of the practices in place do support the use of technology. In order to create more perseverance with the students, I reckon that they should be able to use some technology that's already readily available, like the Lego Robotics, or Sphero, or Makey, and continue with encouraging cross-curricular collaboration. that's a mouthful. And to focus on the context of students, by integrating technology to collect and collate data during those CPS interviews, they'll be able to streamline that process and be able to cross-reference their data as well. I wonder what kind of administrators they have there. As long as no one overhears them talking about the amount of work they have ahead of them, I'm sure they'll be able to inspire the hearts of their staff. Well, this is Mr. E. White, signing off.
Thanks for watching another episode of Future Perfect, brought to you by CityU and the COVID Conquering Crew. Proudly thank our sponsors, with special guests James Bond, Albert Einstein, Igor. Now for something completely different.